What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gerald from Bank of Gerald here with another video update. Today is Sunday, August the 21st, 2022. And today we're going to talk about a platform that was doing well for a good amount of time. And right now, I am going to have to say that it's going through some issues. And it could be, I'm about 90%, 95% sure that this may be the end for a platform called Polinur. Before we get started about why I think that and what my opinion is, I want to make sure everyone understands, like always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I am not your financial advisor, all right? I'm just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking out that crypto in many different platforms, nothing more and nothing less than that. Now, if you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well, all right? And that's only if you want to be updated and notified, all right? So let's go ahead and talk about Polinur. Now, Polinur has been around since June the 30th. It is now August the 21st. And when I got started in this platform, I really kind of compared it to another platform that was doing well and ended up having a similar demise. And that platform, people are still believing in Pegasus, right? People still believe that Pegasus will come back and start paying again. People are even still putting money in Pegasus based on their Telegram. So anyway, we're talking about Polinur here. And I had been involved with Polinur since, I believe, July the 3rd, all right? So just a few days after it launched, I said, you know what, I'm going to put a little bit of skin in the game, and I'm going to go ahead and try to get at least everything that I've gotten back up out of it, right? And I'm going to share my journey in it. And that's exactly what I did. So I want to go ahead and share with you guys the website. We're going to go into the back office. I made some withdrawals on the 19th. It is now the 21st. And as far as I can see, I have not seen those withdrawals come through. And that is a red flag. All right. We got 3 withdrawals that I took on the 20th, actually, it says on here, but I believe it was really the 19th. It's just their calendar, and we haven't got any batch ID for it. It hasn't showed that it's done, and one of the things that it's always done is shown whether it came through or not, and it gave the batch ID and all that great stuff. But this time, for these last 3 withdrawals, it did not do that. And we talked about how usually an app, when it's talked about on a platform like this, which we still consider a high risk one, even though the percentages started at 1.4, they went to 2.4 and were various amounts. And it's very, very rare that we see platforms like this last very long. But Polinur was one of them that at least lasted a month and some for us. And we were able to, of course, make our money back, not passively though. I don't believe we made it back passively. I think we made it back between our sharing of this opportunity with the world through our journey. And as people decided they wanted to get in, there is a affiliate program and referral program in place in which we were earning from. And we were excited when they put out an app, and it seemed to work based on some of the feedback I got, based on what I was able to experience with the home page type of scenario that it gave to have this on your phone. Most platforms never make it to the space to have an app. And I was telling somebody this. I was telling a good friend of mine the other day. I was like, when a platform shows an app or they talk about having an app soon, that is one of my red flags, because based on what I've seen, platforms have not been able to sustain applications or even start their applications. They are not unable to get them on the Apple Store, or with Google, with the Google Play and all that, and Android devices, people have been able to get them, but it's a lot more lenient on what apps you're allowed to get on a Android and Google device. And they even said the Huawei app was on the way, but it did not happen. Well, it may have happened for the Android users, but it did not happen to where it was able to sustain the app for any sort of time, because if a platform is not paying, then what's the point of having an app? The whole point of the platform is to pay. So sometimes when platforms start doing the most and they start trying to, add things and do do promo here and fake application there and this and that, that's usually a red flag. Now, of course, as y'all know, I didn't make any redeposits in this platform. When these platforms show up like this, the ones that can be here today and gone tomorrow, which is pretty much every platform, but we have some mainstays here. But when this happens, we definitely try to make sure our strategy is whatever we put in, we just crank it out until we get it back. All right. And it's really got to prove to us. It's got to last for some time. I'm talking about 3 to 6 months. It's got to be cranking out and doing this thing with no issues before we decide to redeposit in something. Or if we just decide that we want to up our ante, we do that as quickly as possible because we want to earn more every day. That would be the whole purpose of that. Withdrawing every day is definitely or as soon as possible, as often as possible, is a practice that we definitely demonstrate here on the channel. I withdraw whether I'm on camera or not. And that is what I had been doing with Polinur. We've been able to go ahead and withdraw a lot more than we deposited. So in that sense, from an active sense, this platform was a W. It was a win. From a passive standpoint, I can't say that it was. As a matter of fact, if I go to my deposits, which it usually shows how much of it accrued, 77% of it accrued from my first 2 investments and only 48 accrued from my last one. So it's showing you right there passively, I have not made my money back. We did not make our money back. So passively, this was not a win. This was just a learning lesson, right? We take our chances on these platforms. It is what it is when they are here today and gone tomorrow. We should understand that by now and make sure we're managing our risks and are accountable for our own decisions. I never tell anybody what to do, but I always try to show you guys how I manage my risk, right? And that's never putting in more than I'm willing to lose. So now, right now, I'm not tight. I'm not upset. I'm not feeling some type of way emotionally. This is what it is. You chalk it up and you move on. And Polinur was doing what it was doing for a little while. And right now, it's not paying. So what I'm going to be doing from today forward is, just like I did with Pegasus, I will be removing my link, and you will no longer see Polinur as an option. Now, I always say this. If Polinur decides to come back and they start paying, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to do a withdrawal. And if it clears, if any of these last 3 withdrawals if they clear, then, of course, I'm going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to mention it. And we're going to, share it with the world. However, with all these things going on at one time, this usually spells what everyone likes to call a rug pull, right? I just call it the end of a platform. And to me, this is the end of Polinur. If, like I said, if that changes, I'll, of course, come back and do a video and share with you guys what happened. If there's any other news, I'll share that. But as of right now, Polinur's not paying, so we're going to take our link down. That's what's important to us. And if they're not doing what's important to us, then we move on. All right. With that being said, please, 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 everyone, put your 2FA on all the platforms that allow you and all your wallets. Because crypto is the wild, wild west, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not strapped, you're bound to get hacked. All right. Ask me how I know. It's not very fun at all. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, just make sure you hit the notification bell as well. All right. I will see you guys in the next video. We got some stuff to talk about this morning, so we're going to get it knocked out. Hey, Polinur, it was a good run while it lasted. But now it's looking like it's over. Quick question for those of you that are still watching at this point. If you enjoy HYIPS, if you're someone that thinks that I should bring more HYIPS to the channel, that you're more interested in that high type of risk, because I'm starting to understand that there are people out there that still like that kind of stuff that we started this channel on. Even though I get personally convicted when they leave and they don't do right, especially for those new people that don't quite understand. For those of you that like to see me bring some HYIPS back to the table, I will, of course, let everyone know that it is indeed a hype, that it could be gone tomorrow, that it could rug pull in an hour. Like, it could go away literally as soon as you make a deposit. But if that's something that you're able to deal with and handle, and you want me to bring those more frequently to the channel, just drop a comment. Let me know. I'll do it for y'all. For those of you that don't, you don't have to watch those videos. Of course, I'll have them in their own category and section. They'll be sectioned off in the description, and they'll also have hype in the description of the video. So if that's not something you're interested in, you can just bypass it and skip over. You don't have to watch it. We have plenty of mainstays here like NOVATECH and funds and these PAMM accounts that we have access to, like Automated Capital, and some of the ones on FXSWAY and just many opportunities that we'll even continue to bring to the space as long as we're allowed to. We don't want to break any compliance issues with those platforms. However, we are dedicated here at BOJ to making sure that everything a part of this journey that we take here is something that is of value to not only myself, but whoever chooses to watch it. All right? With that being said, peace out. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be notified, hit the bell. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.